Karnataka, a state located in the southwestern region of India. It is known for its rich history, diverse culture, and significant contributions to art, literature, and science. Karnataka was ruled by several ancient kingdoms and empires, and one of the prominent dynasties that ruled over the region was the Chalukya and Vijayanagar dynasties. Historically, Kodagu was an independent princely state until it was annexed by the British East Indian Company in 1834. After India gained its independence in 1947, Kodagu became a part of the newly formed Indian state of Karnataka in 1956. Nalknad Palace is situated in a small village called Yavakapadi at the foot of the Tadiyandamol peak, which is about 10 kilometers from the town of Madikeri. Nalknad Palace is nestled amidst the lush greenery of the Western Ghats, adding to its picturesque setting. The palace was built between 1792 and 1794 AD to commemorate the victory of Dodda Veera Rajendra over Tippu Sultan. The palace was also the last refuge of the last of the Alhari rulers, and it's a tale of king's rebellion and cultural heritage. The palace was strategically located between the dense forest and hills in the Kodagu region. The palace is renamed after the place Nalnad, means Nalnad Aramane or Nalknad Aramane. At first glance, it is a simple two-storied structure resembling the main hallway of the houses in the area. But from inside, one can see details which proclaim its royal connection. The palace consists of elaborate wood carvings, a low tiled roof, a crescent dome, and a pillared facade. The palace is an architectural marvel. The courtyard of the palace has sculptures of four bulls and ancient paintings built in the native Ainmane tradition of Kodua culture, tastefully decorated with stone and wood artwork. The most impressive among them is the scene which is depicted in the hall of a victory procession, which shows the king making a triumphant return after defeating Tippu. One can see the Nagamandalam pattern. The snake, twisted in a geometric pattern, is a common thread that across the boundaries of religion and cultural across India, which is a sort of protection against the forces of evil and negativity. In front of the palace, there is a mandap which was constructed especially for the king's daughter's marriage. It is covered with carvings and sculptures of various gods and couples. While the mandap still stands, most of the carvings have given in to time and weather and remain as ruins of the once beautiful structure. The lower floor was for the staff. The kitchen can be found on the ground floor, which makes it clear that the ground floor was meant only for the staff. The grand and spacious Darbar Hall often features elaborate architectural elements such as decorative pillars, ornate ceilings, even the gaps have been painted, and intricate carvings even. The Darbar would have a prominent and ornate throne where the king would sit during formal gatherings and meetings. This might have had large windows or opening that allowed a view of the palace courtyard, where public events or ceremonies might have taken place. And the upper floor of the palace was for the king and his queens. The first floor includes only 2 rooms, which suggests that it was a private retreat and not for the family. The murals in the queen's room are completely different, though no less impressive. The attention to detail and the intricacy are amazing. This intricate work is on the ceiling of the queen's room. Besides, there are also 4 completely dark rooms with a trapdoor hiding the staircase to reach them from the top. One of the windows looks out towards the main door, Apparently, this provides a straight line of sight, and the size is such that a musket can be placed in any of the holes and yet can hit the heart of anyone standing at the door. The history of Nalknad Palace. The ruler of Kodagu and a subordinate ally of Nawab Hyder Ali of Mysore was Lingaraja I. The king passed away in 1780, leaving behind his first son. The Kodagu region was ruled by the Alhari rulers in the 18th century. When 16-year-old Dodda Veera Rajendra succeeded to the throne, Hyder Ali regarded this as the ideal opportunity to fully conquer Kodagu. As a result, he transferred the royal family from Madikeri Fort in Kodagu to Gorur Fort in Asan. Kodagu rose up in revolt against Hyder Ali in response to the king's abdication. The Second Anglo-Mysore War was still going elsewhere. Hyder Ali passed away in 1782 and his son Tipu Sultan took over as ruler. The family of Lingaraja was relocated and put in jail. In December 1788, Dodda Veera Rajendra, his wife, daughter, brothers Lingaraja II and Appaji Raja and other family managed to escape from their confinement by the help of his Kodwa friends named Kullettira Ponnanna, Pattacheruvanda Boluka, Appa Neruvanda Achaya and Kurtolira Achuvanna, and others assisted the king and conducted him. They disguised themselves as oil vendors. After his escape with his entire family to Virajpet, he signed a deal with the British to help him overthrow Tippu and win back his kingdom. This palace was built to commemorate this victory. However, the Mysore Sultan still held the Madikeri fort. The people of Kodagu declared Dodda Veera Rajendra their king. The king first stayed at Kurchi, where he made a temporary makeshift residence. One day, when the king was away, bandits from Wayanad attacked Kurchi. They killed the queen. Kurtolira Achuvanna recommended his own native village. Yavakkapadi near Kakkabe was a suitable place for the Raja to stay till the war was over. Achuvanna accommodated the Raja in his own ancestral house until a new palace was built. The farmland of the Puliyanda family was found to be the most secure site for a palace, hidden by natural barriers from all sides. 4 brothers of a family living there were asked to vacate the place with the promise of compensation. The descendants of Achuvanna and his 2 brothers became the Aramane Takka, which means palace chamberlains. They were the hereditary chieftains in charge of the Nalknad Palace. Meanwhile, Kodagu became free of Tippu's rule in 1792. For Dodda Veera Rajendra, life had come full circle as he gained possession of his father's old residence. However, the palace history took a significant turn during the Coorg Rebellion of 1834. The British East India Company had been expanding its rule in India, and Coorg came under their attention. The last Alhari king, Chikkaveera Rajendra, decided to resist British annexation and led a rebellion against their rule. The palace served as a stronghold for the Coorg forces. Chikkaveera Rajendra was captured and exiled to Vellore in Tamil Nadu, marking the end of the Alhari dynasty's rule in Kodagu.